Shalom, I'm Moshe Tom Heyn, Rabbi of Temple Israel of Greater Miami, here in the beautiful Bertha Abbas Sanctuary that was built in 1927, 5 years after the congregation was founded. Standing here before the ark that contains our Torahs, beautiful, beautiful symbols of our heritage and our teachings and the wisdom of our tradition. We read from our Torah every week on Shabbat morning, and this week we read Parashat Chukat, which comes from the book of Numbers, chapters 19, 20, 21, and the first verse of 22. It includes a number of stories and laws pertaining to the sacrifice of the red cow that has its ashes have special power for purifying the impure. We read about the death of Miriam, the death of Aaron, an incident when the Israelites were complaining and were attacked by serpents, and God tells Moses to fashion a serpent that looks like a caduceus. I think that's what it is, that has special healing properties. But the section I wanted to talk about comes from chapter 20, when the people complain of thirst. So Moses tells God and Aaron to go to this rock and take their staff and order water to come forth from the rock. So they gather the people together, and then Moses says, "Listen, you rebels, you want water?" And then he strikes the rock, not just once, but twice, and water comes gushing out. Now, seems like, Moses didn't do anything that terrible, but God punishes him and says, "Because you did not have enough trust in me to sanctify my name in the presence of your congregation, you shall not have the privilege of leading them into the promised land." And that's why Moses never entered the promised land, because of this incident. And we wonder, what was so bad? What was this sin? And we can only discern from what we have in the text that Moses lost his temper. He lost his patience, and he overreacted due to his anger and frustration. And I think we can all identify with that in many ways. We often say things and do things that we later regret because we were overcome by our emotion or frustration and anger. So it tells me that we need to be conscious of the fact that the work of repairing the world, tikkun ha'olam, must go hand in hand with the work of repairing the soul, tikkun ha'nefesh, working on ourselves. We really cannot change the world without changing ourselves. These two go hand in hand. And that really is a theme for this coming year here at Temple Israel. Tikkun ha'nefesh, tikkun ha'olam. We cannot effectively engage the one without engaging the other. It's a great message from this week's Torah portion. Shabbat shalom.